G'day, everybody. It's the 1st of June, and we're back on track to do updates on Jeremy every couple of days. I was traveling yesterday, so I wasn't able to be here, and not sure about timings and bits and pieces. But here's Jeremy still plodding along with this unbelievably consistent northeasterly breeze, which is quite surprising to say the least. But anyway, he's doing okay. He's still managing 3 knots, 3.1 knots, and he's managed 68 nautical miles towards Les Sables d'Olonne in the last 24 hours, which is kind of nice. There's a little bit of east in the breeze, so it's an east northeasterly to a certain extent. I'll just pick this up a little bit bigger so you can hopefully see what's going on there, or it has been, and it's now back into a pretty much a northeasterly, but he's holding pretty high. The wind strength would be down a little bit. There's a little bit of a blue there. You might not be able to see that, but so it's probably 15 to 18 knots or something, and that's allowing him to hold up a bit. So his current distance, I don't know whether you can, I think Les Sables d'Olonne will probably be just off screen for you, but I'll give you the distance there, 423 nautical miles. Normally be about 3 days if he was going for it, but with the damage forestay and all the rest of it, still not very good. So we'll now just progress this through and see what's happening for the weather. It's still going a bit light there, a little bit soft, still holding the same wind direction, and it's going to start to pick up again there. You can see there in the next number of hours, it's going to start to fill in a bit more. It's getting up towards sort of 18 to 25, maybe getting a bit higher, but he's just outside the range. So in the next 24 hours, yeah, there it is there. That's picking up. Uh, that'll be quite frustrating for Jeremy because not only is it increasing up into the sort of 28, gusting over the other side of 30, it's coming very much more around to the east. You can see here it's absolutely an east northeasterly, so that's going to slow him down a bit, and it'll pull his course down away from Les Sables d'Olonne a little bit. So the next 24 hours isn't going to be huge progress towards the ultimate goal, Les Sables d'Olonne, and then it's going to go a little bit back into the north a little bit more and decrease in strength, but still holding strong. I'm seeing tinges of the orange there, which is keeping it up around the high 20s rather than the low 20s. So bouncing around a bit. In fact, if we look at this is 2 days out. If we look at the waves, what have we got here? It's still dark blue, so still only two and a bit meters, but a lot of water over the boat, and generally bouncing around. You can see his track there zigzagging away, which is very frustrating for him. But I would say he's probably going to make, he'll probably do 250-mile days anyway towards the finish, maybe a little bit more, so maybe 120 in the next couple of days, um, and then unbelievably the weather. Still the wind direction. If we keep pushing that through. So that's on the third. If we keep pushing it through to the fourth, it's swinging. It's swinging. It's oscillating. It's coming very close to being more east than northeast into the fourth there. So that's 3 days. 3 days up front, still holding the same direction, and then when it starts to die out a bit, when that happens, it's getting lighter. He'll be down around here somewhere. Then we'll just push that through. This is day 3. It'll be probably 150 miles. There's about 150 miles there. And interestingly, that means he's going to have it reasonable going through the shipping lanes. The shipping lanes come through in this sort of direction, right where he is there. So still maybe another 3 days yet before he gets through those lanes. And then we get rid of that, hit back here. So that's on the 4th, 3 days out. It starts to get quiet, but the wind direction is still holding. There's a little bit there for a few hours, maybe, where it's going north. If it goes north, he's heading straight in. He'll head straight to the east, so he'll be making good ground towards Les Sables d'Olonne. There's the 5th. And it's hard to predict exactly where he's going to be and what he's doing, but generally, my gut feeling, looking at the distance there and trying to come up with an ETA of what's going here, you can see it swinging around again, heading him again. So he'd come down here and then up again. I doubt whether he's going to be in before the 7th by the look of this. It's still all coming direct from the Sables d'Olonne. Look at that, unbelievable. I'll get rid of all these other tracks here. There's Lassab Delone. If I pull this over, so Jeremy's now off the track, I believe. You won't see him there, but in fact, I'll come down one more size to pull him back in the middle. It's still all just coming from the northeast or the east-northeast, right where he wants to go. So, yeah, I'd say he's still got another maybe 6 days to go. I reckon maybe the 7th. Anyway, so not giving us any complaints. He's plodding along. There's no real easy place for him to call in if he wanted to. He's expressed very clearly that he doesn't want to do anything other than get it to Lassab Delone in the one hit. Because if he did stop somewhere else, then technically he's out of the event, and that's a big incentive to keep going as well. So he seems to be pretty happy. We'll keep an eye on him, and I'll come back on the 2 daily routine. We had a technical problem with that, as well as the fact that I was traveling. I couldn't get it onto a YouTube transmission situation, but we've now sorted it with Jane's help. So there we are, back on. So thanks for that, and we'll see you again in a couple of days. Bye for now.